Memorial Day Parade right here on 3rd Avenue in Bay Ridge. And it's an honor to be in this parade, as it was last year. And I'm telling you, it's not a day for barbecuing. It's a day to remember.
I've been retired with the ROTC now for 18 years and was active duty for 24 years before that.
I've been in the JROTC program for 2 years now, and I love it. It's my passion, and I'm going to join the military as soon as I get out of high school.
We're here for a parade, and we love it.
Well, I've been marching in a parade for approximately, I would say, 17 years now. 17 years with Rolling Thunder right behind me. Okay, Rolling Thunder.
Very cool.
Brooklyn chapter. I served in the military, United States Army, for approximately 8 years as a medical specialist, 91 Bravo. And this is my daughter, Janelle,
Hello.
who rode with me in the parade since she was about 3 or 4. So now that she's a ripe age of 21, she's still riding with me and doing her thing and supporting Memorial Day.
Yeah, I was in the 8th Air Force, and we were shot down over France, and they tried to escape, and was caught right on the border of the Pyrenees, and taken as a prisoner.
How long did they hold you for?
I think the whole thing was a year.
All right, well, I'm Ted McQueen. I was one of the founding members for Rolling Thunder when we first formed it, a little more than close to about 15 years now. Well, Rolling Thunder itself, it originated out of Vietnam during the war itself, and it was an operational name. And a few of the guys who actually served in it and was part of that operation came back stateside and decided, hey, we've left too many brothers that's unaccounted for. We need to account for them. So they tried to do the suit and tie type deal, go to Washington and protest, and they was being ignored more or less. So a lot of them was riders, and most of your motorcyclists come from the service members. Come back, they want to ride the freedom. Riding a bike is the best way to express your freedom type deal. They got together and said, hey, it's enough of us that's ride. Let's go down there instead riding bikes. With the sound of the motor as we crank them up, we will get that Rolling Thunder sound type deal.
I'm a combat Marine Vietnam vet and local Bay Ridge. I've been born and raised here.
Wow.
And that's what it's all about. We're here, and every time there's something to be done, we do it. And we'll try and look out for the vets coming home now, you know, to boost their morale a little bit more than what they did for us when we came back from Vietnam.
I just want to thank everyone who worked so hard to make this parade a success this year and every year. Everyone who's part of the United Military Veterans of Kings County Memorial Day Parade Committee. I know you start organizing tomorrow for next year, so if we could get a big round of applause. This is all volunteer. It's all for the love of Brooklyn and recognizing the sacrifice of veterans and veteran families, so thank you very much. Whereas on the occasion of the 146th, which is really an accomplishment, 146th Kings County Memorial Day Parade, the Council of the City of New York is proud to honor the members of the United Military Veterans of Kings County Memorial Day Parade Committee for protecting the legacy of the courageous men and women in uniform, and also for being so smart you made Marty Markowitz your Grand Marshal this year. And whereas we could never fully honor our nation's veterans for their selfless service and sacrifices, we can and must reaffirm our appreciation for their legacy that we enjoy every day, and especially today. On this Memorial Day and every day, we will remember with profound gratitude the responsibilities they have fulfilled. They answered the highest calling of citizenships, and they will continue to inspire us all with the generosity of their service and the depth of their patriotism. Now, therefore, be it known that the Council of the City of New York gratefully honors the United Military Veterans of Kings County Memorial Day Parade Committee for their outstanding service to the City of New York and to our nation. Thank you all so much.
to all of our members of the military at Fort Hamilton, to all of our military serving around the world. We give them praise this great day. But the most important is to remember those that have passed on, those that gave their lives, as well as those that are coming back today wounded, those with post-traumatic stress, those that need our help the most. So we are going to be there, continue to be there for those men and women that need our services and our help. It was over 200 years ago when those British came right through those Narrows. And this great fort was established in 1825 and has made a difference not just since 1825, but just since 9/11. We've seen what this great fort, this great base, and the great military men and women have been able to do over the last 12, 13 years. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for our military. Give them a round of applause, a standing round of applause, because they are the greatest military in the world, and we live in the freest and the greatest democracy because of that red, white, and blue.
We do this every year, but we do this not only today, but we do it to remember and serve our veterans every day. The New York City Council and Speaker Quinn are committed to helping our veterans, and we just passed a bill this past week, my bill, that will help serve veterans that work for the city of New York. And that bill will be signed into law, I'm told, by the mayor, and that will become law very soon, and it will be a help for those veterans who work for the city of New York. That's a way we can show our appreciation to veterans.
Now, it's a privilege to be here, and I want to thank each and every veteran here today, those that are serving, that served, and those of blessed memory who made the ultimate sacrifice in the name of defending America throughout our great history. As we've learned, all of us, painfully, throughout our country's past, freedom is not free. Too often it must be paid for with the blood, sweat, and tears of our patriots. Time and again, ordinary men and women have answered the call of duty and become extraordinary heroes by defending the ideals of America, democracy, equality, and justice. Now, we all know that Brooklyn is the proud home to everyone from everywhere. And whatever we don't have, Queens has. And whatever Queens doesn't have, we have. Together, our city of New York truly represents the world. And we're proof that it's not only possible, but absolutely desirable for those of every ethnic group, every religion, every creed, to live side by side in peace, because there's only one Almighty that serves us all and that we believe in. One Almighty. But the freedoms that we enjoy, this country's prosperity, and even the moments we spend with our loved ones would not have been possible without the service and sacrifice of our veterans. The horrifying Boston bombing, the sickening beheading of a British soldier in England last week, and of course the unspeakable tragedy of 9/11 are painful reminders that there are those who continue to seek to destroy our country and democracies around the world. Now, these acts of violence and aggression remind us that it is a president's top priority, and every elected official at every level of government, Democrats and Republicans alike, to protect the homeland and not dropping our guard even for a moment. To defend our country, we must provide our military, law enforcement agencies, and the intelligence community with the resources and technology they need to intercept, track, and apprehend suspected terrorists, and to always stay one step ahead of our enemies. At the same time, America has the other responsibility, proudly, to fight for the peace and to serve as a beacon that gives hope to the oppressed people around the globe. We can show the world that there is a better tomorrow. It's my hope, and I know yours as well, that our children can live long and natural lives in a world without conflict or war. And I sincerely believe that it's possible, and we must work hard to make it a reality. World peace must be attained, and it will be attained. There are enough good people in this world who believe in it. Now, here in Brooklyn, the Kings County Memorial Day Parade is critical because it teaches our young adults and children to respect and appreciate the fact that their lives are only possible because of those who have served our country in the past and those serving today. Now, it's clear that this parade must not only continue to grow each year, but it has to grow with those that are at my age and older alone. We have to attract into the activists of this parade those returning to Brooklyn from Iraq, Afghanistan, and those serving in other parts of the world to ensure that this parade committee and the parade itself continues to flourish and grow in the years ahead. Now, our nation can never fully repay the debt that it owes to our fallen heroes, but we can honor their sacrifice and, more importantly, take care of the veterans that have returned home. With troops coming home from Iraq and increasingly from Afghanistan as well, we must do everything in our power to ensure that they have everything they need to transition back to civilian life. Now, unfortunately, as we heard many times, too many veterans are unemployed, homeless, or struggling to receive the benefits they deserved. And you and I know that's unacceptable. After giving everything in service of this country, veterans are owed more than just empty words. As the war in Afghanistan winds down, there's a wave of new veterans entering the job market, and our nation must be prepared to employ them, and corporations in this nation. After all, we know that veterans have proven that they're the hardest working, smartest, and most professional Americans around. Now, we have a lot of work to do, but today, let us take the time to remind ourselves of the meaning of sacrifice, our duty to offer a helping hand to those in need, and the fact that we are stronger when we stand together. That's how we can honor the memory of those who have served this nation, both past and present.